Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we have the Chris Reeve Large Sebenza 21, and this particular version is the unique graphic. So, if you're familiar with Sebenzas, you've known that they got a lot of different handle options. Like I said, this is the unique graphic. Hence, with the name, it's unique. There are tons of different styles, colors. They're all specific little milling patterns. Some of them are like mountains. Other ones are just lines and geometric patterns like this one is. They also have the inlay versions, which have various woods, micarta, and carbon fiber, as well as the plain Jane PJ one, where it's just like this. It's similar to the lock bar side, which is just plain titanium, no special treatment. So, but this particular guy has the normal drop point blade, or I guess this would be a clip point. I'm not sure. Other blade types are there in Singo, which is a kind of a sheep's foot, and also the Tanto blade, which has a unique grind. The tip of the blade is the grind on the tip of the blade for the edge goes up farther on the tip than you might have seen with other Tantos, and I think that's kind of neat. So, starting off, some simple facts. Handles are both titanium. You can see that on the edge they have the same treatment, but the top show scale has been polished to a degree that it makes it a fingerprint magnet, which it's beautiful, and I love that, but comes with the downside. Same thing with the blade. Beautiful satin finish, high polish, also fingerprint magnet. Got some stuff there, little markings, but beautiful flat grind, or hollow grind, excuse me. You can really see the curvature of the edge. I think it's very pretty. You can also see this guy has a thumb stud, which is one thing that I think is unique about TRKs. Some of them only have thumb studs on one side, which I understand because he makes left and right hand knives, but also I think for just more of like design purposes, it would look better. And also because it has the cutout, just like this side, but not as deep. So for symmetry's sake, and I do like symmetry. So back of the blade, nice jimping. It's sharp, but it's shallow. So it gives you a lot of good grip. Good finger groove right there where the lock bar is. The other knife they make is the Inkosi, which has more of an ergonomic handle, and I think that would be the next TRK I'd be interested to get my hands on. But I can see why people love these knives. This is my first one. I definitely was going for a large. I think the small is too small for me. I'm more into big knives anyway, but I definitely see why people like them. This particular version is more kind of blingy, showy, but they make their plain Jane, and I can see how this would be a great, very utility-focused knife. It's not, it's not drop shut. Nothing unnecessary on this knife. It's very utilitarian. I took it apart already and oiled it up, and it is such a simple construction. All of these 3 screws are the exact same, and all have like the same kind of, I don't know what to call it. Well, this side, these are actual screws, but then what you see here, these aren't screws. These are just kind of like housings, like this. That's what it looks like, and then this screws into it for all of these, even on the pivot, which I think is awesome. I'm not going to say most, I'm going to say like 99% of knives are all going to have, here, let's look at my PM2, for instance. You can see how the pivot screw is much, much bigger than the back spacing or barrel spacing screws. Same thing with the Koenig Arius. Bigger screw, smaller. That's just how knives work, it seems, but what Chris Reeve has done is made a uniform screw size, and how it works is so let's see if I can articulate this. So like we said, we have a kind of a barrel, we'll call it a barrel spacer for now, a barrel spacer like that in the center of the knife, and around that is another, I don't know, it's probably stainless steel, like circle, whatever, I don't even know what to call it. And that rides between the barrel spacer and the blade, so it allows it to turn. And then it has, I think they're phosphor bronze washers. Let's see, I don't know if you can Yeah, there you go. You can see the edge. You can see right down in there and see them. But really interesting design and unique construction. I see why this knife is kind of in a league of its own, per se. And another interesting thing is that the back of the blade here, it's not, I'm not going to say it's rounded, but the top is rounded. The edges are still, they're still there, but the top of the blade is rounded, similar to the Todd Begg Steelcraft Glimpse that I have, and also similar to, from pictures at least, that I've seen of Norseman's and Rask's from Grimsmo knives. So, got to get my hands on one of those soon. But yeah, all titanium. I'm not 100% sure on the blade material. It's probably, I'm just going to guess CPM S35VN, which seems to be what a lot of knives are. S35VN, that kind of deal. Real common blade steel. So let's get some specs on this guy. This is the large Sebenza, so that means the overall length is 8.34 inches, with the blade coming in at just over 6.5, or excuse me, not 6.5, sorry, 3.6 inches. So 3.625 for the blade. And then we got the handle, which is 4.71. Thickness, just under 1/2 inch. Really nice size for me. Like I said, I'm into a little bit bigger knives, but this guy is really nice. I did get this one secondhand, so you can see there's a little bit of wear and some scratches right here, but honestly, great condition. Sadly, I did have to trade my Microtech DOC, but honestly, that guy wasn't getting a lot of pocket time. He's just too big, but it was a really cool knife. Traded that and the Spartaco Zabo folder for this guy. So I'm happy with that trade. Neither of those saw much pocket time at all, if any. While this guy, I may not see a lot, but even if he doesn't, it's a beautiful knife. Not only because of the designs on the handle, but just overall, I love the polished look, even if my fingerprints show up in every single angle that I hold it at. But really nice. And I also appreciate that the graphic on here is milled into the handle, and I'm not sure, I highly doubt that it's painted. It's probably anodized, or it's flamed. I really don't know. That'd be interesting to find out. A couple different options there, because these are the kind of the typical colorations for a flamed titanium look, but could very well be anodized, but it's beautifully done. So, but yeah, I think if I got another CRK, I would really want to get not only the Inkosi, but the Inkosi with the carbon fiber. Excuse me. I think that'd just be an awesome look. I think the polished flats and the black carbon fiber would really nicely accent each other. So let's see, what else do we have on this guy? We got the frame lock, real solid lockup. It's probably like 80 to 90% lockup on this guy. It's ridiculous. It's pretty stiff too, but given how thin this knife is, it really isn't a big deal. Really solid. I wish it was a little smoother on the opening, and I probably could put some of his whatever lubrication that comes with this guy on there. It might work better than the oil I used, but still happy with that. The weight is 4.7 ounces, which is surprisingly a pretty hefty amount on paper, but in the hand, really not too bad. Nothing crazy, so I think that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead, pull out some size comparison knives. Now, I don't know if I've reviewed this guy yet or not. I got him recently, but let's get him down here. We got the Koenig Arius. Koenig, I don't know how to say it. I know someone that has the same last name and it's pronounced Koenig, but everyone I hear says it Koenig, so whatever. But these are all pretty much in the same league with each other in terms of size. Pair 2 probably being the smallest one. Arius, well, including the backspacer, is about the same size. So let's put these two together and see. Yeah, these are all like the exact same size. It's pretty cool. So move him out of the way. Yeah, this guy came to me in a small Sebenza box, but it fits like perfectly. So I'd be interested to see how big the large Sebenza box is. But yeah, you can see. Let's close this out. Cut myself for the camera tripod. We got the Idaho made, little unique touch. I think actually Koenig is made in Idaho too. I doubt he puts it on there like Chris Reeve does, but yeah. Cool knife. Hasn't been carried in the pocket yet, but I'm excited to. Clip looks nice. Deep enough carry. It's got that kind of secondary groove, whatever you want to call it, secondary grip on there like the Microtechs do. So, yeah. This has been the, whoa, well, hold on, not done yet. I should probably include something that's very important to people, and that's price. And with the unique graphics Sebenzas, they're really gonna range anywhere from 600 to like 650. It's kind of a toss-up. From what I can tell, the more expensive ones have like jewels in there, in the hole, which is kind of a weird design to begin with, but it makes sense with the frame lock side. I guess it's just a symmetry thing, which I can appreciate. But yeah, this guy was probably 600, I'm not sure. But there you go. This has been the Chris Reeve Large Sebenza 21 Unique Graphic.